I gave that man my number in the middle of the broad daylight. They're packing their goods. And I'd start stretching before we get to it because I don't want to start cramping up. You can't just stick with the first person that you find. And if you think they're not doing it to you, you're insane, because they definitely are. Damn, we talk about that threesomes. You don't owe your body to anyone, even your partner. I don't make the rules. I just tell them.
Here I need you. Yeah. Small just a little bit. Trying just a little bit.
Hello, darlings. Here we go again. Welcome back to my channel. If you have never been here before, my name is Emma Thompson Hill. Thank you for joining me today. We've unlocked a new location, guys. We're in my bedroom today. I'm also filming on my little camera. My big camera was out of charge and I didn't want to wait for it because I'm impatient like that. So I hope the quality is okay. We've got our brew. It's a bit hot, that actually. And we're back with another girl talk. I told you I'd be doing more of these, guys, and I meant it. So today we are going to touch on a lot of things surrounding... I don't want to say it too loud because YouTube might demonetize me. But I'm going to be answering all your dilemmas about sex, masturbation, dating, relationships, all of that good stuff. I always get the questions for these videos off my Instagram stories. So if you want to ask me a question, make sure you follow me on Instagram because I always put question boxes on my story. So you can ask yourself a question there. But before we get into the juicy questions, I want to talk to you guys today about our sponsor, which is LELO. You guys know I love LELO. If you hear me talk about my favourite toys, you know I always talk about the LELO Sila, the Sona Cruise, the Enigma. LELO makes some of the best toys. I'm obsessed with them. And today we have their new toy, which is the Lily 3. This is a handy dandy vibrator and it has 10 different pleasure settings, which obviously with all the LELO's toys, they go from high intensity to low intensity. You can adjust it to your liking. It's USB rechargeable and it is 100% waterproof. So you can take this in the bath, you can take it in the shower. I've actually used it in the bath and that was a sensational time. I've never actually used a toy in the bath. So this was the first time for me and I loved it. These small vibrators have been doing it for me lately. I don't know, I just wanted to try something new. I wanted to go back to basics and I've really been enjoying these. All you advanced toy users out there are probably looking at this thinking, that is really small. What's it gonna do? Oh girl, it does a lot. It's small, but she is mighty. Like, it is so powerful. Listen to this. This is the first setting. Okay, she goes way higher than that. Hear this. I'm gonna put my nails against it so you can hear it. That isn't even the highest setting. It packs a punch, let me tell you that, and she is quiet. It's great to use on your own or with a partner. So this Valentine's Day, you can have a little alone time, a little valentines, or you can have a little night with your boo and use one of these. Very beginner friendly if you have never used toys before, but also a very nice addition to anyone's collection. LELO are selling the Lily 3 for £69. You heard me, £69 all year to celebrate their 20th birthday. So you can get your hands on this for £69. Just go to the link in the description box and you can check out all of LELO's toys. Thanks for sponsoring, guys. You're my favourite people. Let's get into the juicy girl talk questions. How to be more confident making a move. My advice to you is, what is the worst thing that's going to happen if you just go up to someone that you fancy in a bar and make a move on them? The worst thing that can happen is that they say no. And is that really the worst thing that could ever happen? Like, no one's died. No one's seriously injured. No one, like, there's nothing really bad that's happened. And I think life is short. You might actually never see that person again. So, what I would say, when it comes to, like, say you see someone on social media that you fancy, slide in the DMs. But obviously, you got to slide in with something good. You can't just be sliding, hi, no. You need to make a punchy statement. So, whatever it is, chat to your girls. Get something together. Say if you really fancy them, like, just literally slide in and be like, I don't know, whatever is your kind of humour. I like to do something a little humorous. Flatter them and humour them at the same time. And then in person, if you see someone you fancy, I mean, I'm a bit of a wrong-un because I don't even have to be drunk. Like, I remember remember the train bay? I gave that man my number in the middle of the broad daylight and he was the train inspector and I gave him my number. I think you should have to do it with vim. Like, the most attractive thing on a woman, I find, and when I speak to other people, they find as well, confidence. Confidence is the most attractive thing as a woman that you can possess. Doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter what your body's shaped like, doesn't matter who you are. If you're confident, oh, that's sexy. Do it with confidence, and if they reject you, they reject you. And more time, no one's going to be horrible when they're rejecting you. They'll just be like, oh, sorry, like I'm not interested, or I've got a partner, or whatever it is. And then you can think, cool, well, at least I did it. After the first time you've done it, the easier it becomes, honestly. But I would try and like get close to them. Like if you're in a bar, like get near them, or you see them going to the toilet. I'm sounding like I'm saying you should go and stalk them. That's not what I mean. But, you know, be in the same place at the same time where you can conversate, because maybe they'll make the move on you. I don't know. Big girls on top, how to make the aubergine emoji fit. I had a TikTok all about how to do the damn thing on top as a bigger girl. How to make the peen fit. Okay, well, not to be on my high horse, I don't think I've got problems making it fit, because usually the people I be with, ooh, they're packing their goods. Let me tell you everything I know. I never used to know how to ride, and then I was with this one guy. And I feel like because me and him were so comfortable, like we were sleeping together for like a very long time, it just allowed me to like try it with him and then like fuck up and then feel okay about fucking up and then try more and then get better, you know? I think it's actually, it depends sometimes, but I actually think it's easier to ride on the sofa. So if they're sat down and you're on top of them, obviously make sure you've got like, they can't be smushed up to one side of the sofa. They've got to be in the middle, and you can get on, spread your legs. I feel like stretching and being like flexible helps, because otherwise you're going to cramp up. Even when you get over on top of them and your inner thighs are aching, you need to stretch. So I used to go to this guy's house, the one I was talking about, and I'd start stretching before we get to it, because I don't want to start cramping up. I would be on the floor doing my like wide leg bent over stretches before I hop on the dip, because I don't want to embarrass myself. It's really like a sport to me. I would say make sure you're as flexible and nimble as possible. Even just for your own personal health, like get them stretches and go. If you're on the sofa, yeah, you can sort of put your weight in your arms on the back of the sofa whilst you are on top. And I would say like you don't have to be like boom 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 boom, like you don't have to be riding it hella fast. Leave that stuff to the petite fit girls that can do that. I envy you. My big thing is like you can do it slow, like it's all good, because I feel like they're gonna enjoy it anyway. I feel like even if you think you're not good on top, like most guys love it. And I feel like with most guys they're like, oh, get off, stop, you're gonna make me come. Because they just get gassed that a naked lady is on top of them, riding them. Would that not gas you up as well? Don't overthink it. Do not, for one, overthink about how your body looks or whatever. Honestly, I feel like more time you're staring in each other's face. They're not really looking like what's going on down there. I feel like that's when you can have the eye contact. So hold their head, like hold the back of their head, hold their face, hold their shoulders, hold the back of the sofa, whatever it is. And if you need a little leverage with the arm on the what's it called, armrest, do that. I feel like with girls, like sometimes we like the back and forth motion. That's feeling nice because it's hitting on our G-spot. Not gonna lie, it's really not doing much for a guy. So you want to do a up down motion. If you want to do a little rock the boat for your own pleasure midway through, definitely. But I feel like you want to make sure, as I'm trying to keep this non-graphic for YouTube, but like as if you would stroke a penis with your hand, do that with the puss. And like this is the time where you can be intimate, like you can kiss each other, you can kiss each other's neck, you can whisper in their ear. This is cute. Also, don't be afraid of like sitting up and letting them see you. Be the goddess that you are. Okay, on the bed now. Don't be scared to put your hands on their chest or put your weight on them. They can handle it, and it'll just make it easier for you to do what you need to do. So you can come down to their level, like come down and, you know, if you can twerk a little bit, then you can definitely ride dick. But you don't even need to know how to twerk to ride dick, because it's literally just a movement, like up, down, up, down, up, down. Take it slow. You don't need to go crazy like a frigging cowgirl. Enjoy the moment with your partner. Remember, it's all about intimacy. I really feel like being on top, to me, like is very intimate, because I'm like down there at your level, kissing you, touching you, you know, all of that. So focus on that and the movements will come. Is it wrong to talk to multiple people on dating apps? I feel guilty all the time. No. Okay? Would you, okay, let me think of a good analogy, hold on. When you go to the supermarket, would you just buy bread because you think the bread's gonna get jealous if I buy eggs as well? When you're dating around, when you're window shopping, when you're looking for something, you can't just stick with the first person that you find. That doesn't mean you need to sleep with everyone or just like get really serious with every single person you talk to, but you need to talk to a plethora of people to figure out who you like and who you want to date and who you think you would get on with best. So don't feel guilty about that. You're literally doing nothing wrong. You're not committed to any of these people, and if you think they're not doing it to you, you're insane, because they definitely are. I don't make the rules, I just tell them. So don't worry about that. It's very, very normal, and if you find the person that you seem to get along with better than everyone else, then you can just focus on them. Why do I keep attracting men who only want to fuck and have no interest in anything else? I don't think it's you in particular that's only attracting these men. I think every woman attracts these men. Everyone. It's now dependent on what you are willing or what you have been allowing to pass in your life. If you allow men to just come and fuck you and that's it, and you don't enforce any boundaries or any rules, then they will continue to do that. If you say to a child, why have I got so many analogies today? If you say to a child, you can have all the sweets on this shelf, they're going to eat them all because you're not giving them any rules or telling them to stop. If you say to a man, you can keep getting this puss free of charge, they're going to keep coming to collect. So that, from the sounds of it, sounds like you don't want that. So if you want a relationship, or you want to date, or you want to go out with people, or you want something more serious, or whatever it is, you need to figure that out within yourself. You need to think, what is it that I actually want? What will make me feel fulfilled? What will make me happy? So once you figure that out, then you can date with that intention in mind, instead of just the blind leading the blind, like just aimlessly milling about. And don't feel ashamed about it, because everyone's been there. I know I've been there before, where it's like I'm just fucking with people and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I don't even want this. Like, what's going on? Because life can really life sometimes, and it gets ahead of you, and before you realize it, you're in situations that aren't fulfilling or don't make you happy. So it's just worth reevaluating what you want in a partner, what you're looking for. Then when you figure that out, you can tell people when you meet them, okay, I'm looking for this. Is this something you're looking for? And if they're not, you can eliminate them quick. And then you won't be in these situations where you feel like, oh, they just want to fuck me, because you're dating people that hopefully want the same as you. I mean, it's great to have sex every now and then, but as long as you've got that boundary in place of like, okay, with this person we just sleep together, and that's okay because that's the situation we've got going on. And then with someone else, you might not do that, and you might go on dates or whatever. I feel like different people are situational. But you just need to have a think about what you want, and then you can be the enforcer. How to start getting intimate with people being a plus size girly. Honestly, I don't feel like I've ever let my size get in the way of my pleasure. I think even when I was really insecure, I kind of used sex as I don't want to call it a weapon, but I used it as a coping mechanism for me to try and make me feel beautiful. So I was never someone that shied away from sex. In fact, I think I sort of became hypersexual when I was like 19, 20, 21 as a way of trying to feel like I was beautiful, which thank God we don't do that anymore. We've done therapy about that. But I think, like most things in life that you're scared to do, you just have to try it. Try it, see what happens, push yourself out of your comfort zone. I know that's really hard, but pushing yourself out of your comfort zone will always bring you a new perspective and new insights. And I think it makes you so much of a better person, like when you can try new things and doing things that you're scared of. Like when I first started like trying to gain more confidence in the bedroom, I had obviously been having sex for a good few years, but I wasn't confident. Then when I started trying to introduce some more like confidence in the bedroom, I just did it in baby steps. So like I would take my top off, and then when I realized nothing bad happened when I took my top off and my partner wasn't like staring at me or disgusted or whatever it is that you might think that they feel, then I was like, oh, he doesn't care. Wow. Then, you know, next time I take my bra off, same thing. It's okay. And then you start becoming at ease in yourself and knowing, oh, okay, like this is okay. It's okay to be me. It's okay to enjoy myself and not feel and not punish myself or feel like I'm not beautiful, because I am. And you also have to remember, every person's version of beauty is subjective. What you think is disgusting and ugly in yourself, someone else might think is absolutely beautiful. And another thing to remember as well is not everyone that you're sleeping with is super confident in themselves. Just because you're attracted to them and you think they look conventionally attractive or whatever it might be, they still might have insecurities in themselves and they still might be anxious and cautious when they're sleeping with other people as well. So don't think that you're alone in it, because so many people feel the same, men and women. Oh, this is a juicy one. Feeling secure for sex but insecure for a threesome. Damn, we talk about that threesome. I feel this. I feel that, because when you're introducing another person into the bedroom with you and someone else, like, that's a lot. Like, you and that person, okay, you can handle that situation, it's just you two. But then when you bring someone else in, like, there's a whole other person to consider and give attention to and, you know, show your body to, show yourself to, be vulnerable with. I think you might just need to wait it out. I think about the scenario of how it would go, try and imagine the scenario, see how you would feel about it. Obviously, I don't know the situations, whether it's with your partner or just someone you're casually sleeping with, I don't know. I feel like all you can do is kind of imagine it at the moment until the moment arises that it might be happening. And I think the thing with threesomes, right, is you want to let that shit happen naturally. You don't want to be forcing it. Well, I guess some people have like proper scheduled, we're all going to meet up. But I think when you would enjoy it most, when it would be best, is if it just happened naturally. Because planning something like that, I can imagine, is very anxiety inducing. Like thinking, oh my god, on this day I'm going to do this. Like, it's anxiety inducing. And most people don't plan sex like that with their partner. You're not like, okay, on Wednesday at 7 p.m. we're gonna fuck. Like, that don't happen. I would let it happen naturally. Or, you know, if you have a little flirtation going on with someone else and you want to bring that into your relationship or bring that into your situation, just water it like a plant. Here we go with the analogies. Like a plant, water it and see how it grows. And don't force it, because nature don't force. I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm in a long-term relationship and have completely lost my sex drive. Help. I think this is normal. People in long-term relationships, like, you're not shagging like rabbits like you used to do. Life is busy. I said this in my last girl talk. Life is busy. Sometimes you just want to sleep. I don't want to be doing all that stuff on a weekday. God, I'm so old. And I feel like your sex drive, just like life is, like, it's ebbs and flows. It's not always a constant. Like, it's gonna go up, down, and that's completely normal. Don't feel like there's anything wrong with you for not having a super high sex drive at the moment. Literally, it could have any contributing factors, like your job might be really stressful. You might have family stuff going on. You might have stuff going on with your friends. Like, you might be depressed. You might be anxious. You might have anything. Or you might just not be in the mood for sex. And that is literally completely fine. You don't owe your body to anyone, even your partner. I'd say masturbation is a great thing because you can sort of try new things with yourself and see if you're horny or not. Like, and the thing is, there's no pressure to keep going. Like, if you want to stop, you just stop. And I know with sex, there's also no pressure to keep going. Don't get me wrong, guys. But I know that can sometimes feel awkward when you're with a partner to be like, can we just stop? Even though that's completely normal and okay to say to your partner. I want to reiterate that. But if you're masturbating, you can just turn it off and stop. And like, it's like you ain't got no one to answer to. So I would say, like, if you're feeling it, see if you masturbate a bit. Like, I feel like masturbation makes me more horny anyway, because I'm like, oh, like the other day I did that thing and like I want to do that again, and you know. So see how you feel, but just know that it's okay and it's normal, and ride the wave, because I'm sure you'll be horny again before you know it. Okay, let's do one more question because the battery is flashing. How to bring up to your partner that you want to try new positions without feeling awkward. I would spring it on them. I'm not gonna lie. I would say, oh my god, you know what I would do? Seriously, what I would do, I'd be like on my phone and I'd be like, oh my god, so I read this article today about these new sex positions and I want to try one with you. Are you up for it? Like, I would literally say something like that. Or be like, I saw this, like, I would reference something that probably doesn't even exist. I'd be like, oh my god, I saw this and they did the freaking flying turtle reverse to the moon. That's the position I just came up with. And I'd say, oh my god, let's try it tonight, I really want to try it, it looks good. You should be comfortable enough for your partner to say something like that. In the bedroom, just be like, can I do that? Can I get on top? Can you do this from the back? Can you, you know, ask them. It's all about communication and hopefully they'll oblige. Okay, darlings, that was the video. I really hope you enjoyed this girl talk. Short and sweet, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with a new one very soon, and don't forget to check out LELO for all their lovely toys. The link is in the description box, and I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day. Whether you spend it by yourself or with a partner, I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day, and I hope you get to use one of these and have lots of lovely orgasms. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Love you all so much. Bye.